Hello. So today I want to talk to you shortly about calipers, and more precisely about this pair of calipers which I bought recently. And the reason for which I wanted to make a short video about them is because when I was looking for more information on them, when I did my research, I couldn't find anything. So I believe this may help somebody out there. It's about this caliper here. So they are the ZAWELIYO brand vernier caliper, but the most important part is that 50 millimeters there. So that's the range they are designed to measure. So it's a small pair of calipers, and this is why it's maybe not so popular, not to many people. For some of us, they are part of our EDC rotation, but I believe it is less than 1% of the population out there. Most people will live their entire life without even knowing what calipers are, so I cannot blame anybody. But if you are one of those few guys that are interested in a very small pair of calipers, I believe this video may help you, and to kind of know what options you have out there. So as you can see, I have some regular pairs of calipers on here, and I have two of the EDC. So let's get to it. I'll take this out of the way first. So these guys all come in a sleeve like that to protect them while you are transporting them in your maybe your toolbox or wherever. I wanted to have something like this. For me are very useful. Keep in mind that I used to be a professional rod builder, so building custom made fishing rods, and I still do that as a hobby. Also sometimes I help people do with some fishing rods repair. And my previous employment at a big retail store with outdoors orientation, the word got out that I do rods repairs, and people started coming and asking if I can repair their fishing rod. Yeah, one of the most common thing is broken guide on a fishing rod. Yeah, so most of the time you will talk about these little guys, the guides on the tip of the rod. And because I don't order for anybody, I had to be able to tell people what they should buy. I know exactly where to and where to guide them to what stores they can buy from online, but it's hard to identify the size, yeah, and the type. So for those who do not know that, the size of a fishing guide is actually the outer diameter of the insert. Yeah, so that little part over there, that will give you the size of the guide. And you can see this is a size 6. So while I had these guys, these were my first option as a EDC pair of calipers. They were useful to me because they had both imperial and metric scales there, so I knew exactly, I could measure exactly for both unit measurement for both systems. That came handy, especially when I had to buy fasteners and stuff like that, and I didn't know the imperial sizes. I'm from Europe, and I came to Canada to find out that even though the official system measuring units are metric, because the industry is quite a bit tied to the American ones. They use, most of people here will still use Imperial, so I had to adapt to that, yeah. So they were useful. However, if you compare them side by side, you'll find that these calipers, the brass one, are actually missing two important parts of a caliper, and those will be the ability to measure inner diameters, which this one does not have, and also the depth gauge, yeah, which also this one does not have. So I've been looking ever since I started using this. I've been using for something small enough to have in my EDC toolbox, but also competent enough, yeah, so precise enough and versatile enough that they will worth their place in my toolbox. So even though this the brass pair was my friend for, I believe, 4 or 5 years now. They were made in Germany. They are a Hunter brand. They were not complete, so I wanted something that it is a bit more complete and more precise. Now these ones will, the brass ones will go to 0.1 millimeters in precision, and it's a small scale, sometimes hard to read. With these ZAWELIYO ones that I just bought, I have a large scale, so it will be way more easier to read, and I do have all the options I wanted, so I'm able to measure inner diameters, and also I'm able to measure depths, yeah. So if I want to know how deep a hole is, that I've done with a drill, just because I need to know how deep I should put my screw, or what's the length of the screw I need to use, or stuff like that, or the plugs, or anything like that. This will come in handy. Now at home I always have my digital calipers, so this is my go-to caliper when it comes to doing accurate measurements. They may not be the best brand, but they work very well for me. Sometimes when I have to measure larger objects which I do not want to scratch, and I'm not concerned about them being very precise, even though they are 0.05 millimeters as well in precision, the tip of them, it's kind of not the best there, so I do have to accept that there is a tolerance there. But for bigger jobs, like I don't know, if I want to measure something like diameter of a large object that's painted, and I don't want to be concerned that I will scratch the paint with something like this, which is actually very sharp tip there, I sometimes use just these ones if I've considered to be good enough. Now so at home I use these ones, but when I'm away, I wanted something a bit more portable, less heavy, and I wanted the vernier style because I would not be depending on batteries, yeah. So I found these online after some research. They do have with the scale on the back. They do come with a scale on the back. They will show you some different diameters there, and how do you can find the equivalent of those. So I did some research. I found this online. I did see some pictures, but I did not have any idea if they perform as they should, or if they are precise enough, or what's the actual size of them. So because I had that problem, and because I faced some difficulties finding out more details about these guys, I wanted to make this video just in case somebody else like me is looking for a small pair of calipers. You'll find this. So I hope this helps, and if you guys have questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. Other than that, I wish you a very nice day.